fear. It's the wall that separates the predator from the prey, and we're about to tear it down.
The men you fear the most are terrified. The difference is they use fear as a weapon, while you let it paralyze you. Here is how to weaponize anxiety.
All right, let's get right to it. That feeling you get, that moment you freeze up under pressure, that's not a moral failure. Not yet, anyway. It's a biological process, a primitive circuit hardwired into your brain. And believe me, any circuit can be re-engineered.
It all starts here. This is the first domino to fall, the amygdala hijack. You see, your ancient brain spots a threat, and it doesn't care if it's a tiger or a tough question from your boss, and it yanks the fire alarm. It blasts a distress signal straight to your body's command center, initiating a total system override.
And what happens next? This. A chemical cascade floods your system. We're talking adrenaline, cortisol, your heart starts pounding, blood sugar spikes. Now listen, you have to stop calling this anxiety. It's not. This is a high-octane chemical cocktail designed for one thing and one thing only: immediate, brutal physical action.
So why do you just stand there? Why do you freeze? Because all that raw energy has absolutely nowhere to go. You see, the freeze isn't passive. It's an active biological command. Your body is slamming on the emergency brake. It's a complete system short circuit. It's the pathetic default setting for the untrained.
Hold on, but isn't that the whole point of fear? Isn't it a perfectly natural signal telling you to stop, be safe, a warning to just retreat?
Wrong. Dead wrong. Listen to Mike Tyson himself. I'm scared to death, but I'm totally confident. You get it? The champion feels the exact same biological jolt as the coward. He gets the same warning siren blaring in his head. The difference isn't the signal, it's the interpretation of that signal and the protocol he executes in response. And this is where we get to the core philosophy of the man who built Tyson, the legendary trainer Cus D'Amato. This right here is the turning point. It's how you go from victim to predator. This is the key. Fear is not your enemy. It's an energy source. Think of it like fire, a neutral, incredibly powerful force. You don't try to eliminate it, you control it, you manipulate it, you make it work for you. Let it run wild and yeah, it'll burn your whole house down. But if you harness it, it fuels the entire damn engine.
Look, this is the great divide. The hero and the coward, they're both standing in front of the exact same blaze, feeling the exact same heat. The coward lets it consume him. But the hero takes that fire, that fear, and he projects it onto his opponent. The only difference is discipline. The only difference is a commitment to action. So, how do you do it? How do you actually build this weapon? We've talked about the what. Now it's time for the how. These are the tactical steps. This is the protocol for forging that raw biological energy into a weapon you can wield. It's a 3-step protocol. Pay attention. Step 1, acknowledge the signal. Your heart's pounding, your hands are sweating. Good, that's your body getting ready for battle. Don't fight it, accept it as pure energy. Step 2, reframe that energy. You tell yourself, this isn't anxiety, it's excitement. This is readiness. You consciously change the story. And step 3, the most critical, automate your action. You must have a pre-rehearsed move, a plan. This is how fighters like George St. Pierre go on what he calls cruise control. Your conscious mind is too slow in a crisis, your training has to take over. And look, if you think this is just some motivational talk, you're dead wrong. This is hard science. It's called the Yerkes-Dodson's law. See this curve? The goal isn't to have zero arousal, to be calm. No. The goal is to ride the absolute peak of this performance curve. That's where you're sharpest, strongest, fastest. But if you get too aroused, if you let the fire get too hot, you go over the edge and your performance collapses. The champion, he learns to live at that peak. He keeps the fire at the perfect temperature for total destruction.
Okay, this is all fascinating theory for a professional athlete, for a fighter. But how in the world does this apply to my life, to my job, to my business?
Because your brain doesn't know the difference. Let me repeat that. Your nervous system is a primitive piece of hardware. It's wired for jungle survival. It treats a high-stakes presentation, a critical negotiation, or the fear of public failure as the exact same life or death threat as a predator in the grass. The biology is identical.
The arena is absolutely everywhere. Those pre-fight jitters, that's your pre-presentation anxiety. An opponent's faint in the ring, that's a competitor making a sudden move in the market. A project failing is you getting knocked down on the canvas. The opponent is anything that triggers that primal fear response. The protocol is the same, and the choice you have to make is the same.
So here it is, the final mandate. You can feel that chemical surge, that fire, and you can let it paralyze you. You can let it burn you down from the inside out. Or you can acknowledge it, reframe it, and channel it into a pre-drilled automatic action. You can be the fuel for the fire, or you can use the fuel to win. Subscribe for clarity. No cheap motivation here.